Yo entiendo. Estoy de acuerdo.
We all want the same thing, Senor Ramirez. Self-determination in Nicaragua and free elections throughout Central America.
I have said I agree.
Excuse me, Senator. You due at the Capitol at 8?
Of course. We'll meet again tomorrow afternoon?
Yes.
Good.
Vaya con Dios. Vaya con Dios, la putita.
Well, thought that went well.
Very well.
Next stop, the Capitol.
Where did you find that tie?
Well, what's the matter with this tie?
Get in. That, Senator, is the tie of the Gloucester Society, an elitist coven of rich men's sons who stand for everything you do not.
Oh.
And your shirt, Senator, is white, a color you do not wear on television unless you want the public hypnotized by your shirt and not your gorgeous face.
Here, now.
Here now.
All right.
The ceremony will be covered by the 5 major networks, plus the BBC, CBC, TF1, and pools from Latin America and the Eastern Bloc. I want you to play it to the camera from UBS.
How do you do it?
A friend?
You always have a friend. Yes.
You don't look good in lipstick.
What would I do without you?
Teaching history in Houston, Texas.
Nice of you to remind me.
Okay, we have bars. Now hold the speaker's platform wide, one. Okay, Grant, tighten up, will you? Camera 4. Let me see the cutaway. Now the podium again, 2.
It's the kind of novel people like to read about government and the media.
New York.
I'm
getting this? I locked that
mutual
girl.
interaction.
New York, are you getting this?
That's a buy, Jack. Real work of art.
It's getting late, Stevie. Your Nicaraguan hero and senator gonna show up?
You can count on it.
Que viva la gente de Nicaragua.
I'm Sally Crane, Senator Fallon's press.
Juntos al poder.
Por favor,
Juntos
me llamo
al
Sally
poder.
Crane. Soy periodista.
Abajo con los comunistas.
O meu nome é Sally Crane. Sou jornalista.
Con paciencia.
Je suis
No
Sally
paremos.
Crane. All right, I give up. What language does he speak?
All of them. Speak very good French, but Portuguese.
Okay, camera 1. Take it.
Good morning. Senator Fallon will make a brief welcoming. Audio feedback number 4, please.
Enough already, Sally.
Turn it down, Sal!
Cut it out, huh?
Thank you. Senator Fallon will make a brief welcoming statement, white sheet, blue border, and Colonel Martinez will respond with this text in English. All right. Roll tape.
You heard.
Tape is rolling. Speed.
Ladies and gentlemen,
One on the line.
Senator from Texas, the Honorable Terrence Fallon.
Chandler. She's done it again. 8:11 on the dot.
Here she runs her bedroom the same way.
My fellow Americans, for more than 200 years, courageous men and women of this hemisphere have risen to carry freedom's flag against the forces of oppression. Since 1985, Colonel Octavio Martinez has led the daring and historic struggle to free his Nicaraguan homeland from communist dictators. I'm proud to welcome you, Colonel. In the name of the people of the United States and in the name of people everywhere who love freedom and peace.
Pan with him, camera 3. That's it. The hell? Carl, what's going on out there?
Stevie, Washington.
New York, are you getting this? New York?
What?
On the roof! American independence! Go, go!
we're breaking in. We've got an assassination in Washington. Jack, patch me into the comm line.
You're there.
Camera 3, get up on that platform. Get in there, fight for that shot. Call West Star. If I'm not first into the Pacific time zone with this, I'm gonna cut somebody's throat. We need a satellite coast-to-coast feed now. That's it, 3. Get me the stiffs. The stiffs! Stevie, we got it. We're on the bird.
Terry! Terry!
What happened?
He's gone, Terry. He's dead.
Stay on him. Stay on Fallon.
Senator, stay down. Senator, please. Senator, stay down. Senator, please. Not now, not now.
Somebody get me a close-up of that wound. Yeah, now go up to his face. Right there, right there. Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Open up his mic.
Anyone hear me?
How can we turn our backs while our friends lie, dying? This man was not a politician. He was just a man with a simple man's dream. That his children, that all of our children should live free.
Chandler, are you getting this?
I'm feeding every time zone. We are live on network from coast to coast.
Tell us of the danger. And he died bringing us the truth. His fight is our fight. His cause is our cause. And his dream must not be buried with him. How long, America, will brave men suffer and die before we are willing to listen? How long will we stand idly by? How long until we raise our heads and our hearts and our fists so that his children, so that all children can live safely in a world at peace?
Now that's television.
Terry Fallon, Sam. That's our man.
Because he's capable?
Because he's famous.
What kind of a man is he? What's he made of?
Same thing all good running mates are made of. Ink.
He's a first-term senator. Political unknown.
No, that was yesterday. Today is a fact of political life. Your political life. Television's just anointed him America's favorite son.
We've got a vice president.
You can't be reelected with Dan Eastman. The polls are telling you, the party's telling you, and I'm telling you. Sam, all right, we'll do it this way. You ask Terry Fallon to give the keynote speech at the nominating convention next week. The delegates will hand him the number 2 spot by acclamation after Vice President Eastman graciously steps aside. Fallon's in, we win a second term, and Eastman's out with no fingerprints on the body.
We'll see.
We're in trouble, Sam. We can't win. The nominating convention's in 7 days. This Fallon is a gift from the gods.
Dan Eastman. What happens to him?
Let's not be gaining, Mr. President. One martyr's enough for this campaign.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, I have a statement. Senator Fallon is still in intensive care. His condition is guarded. That's all I have to say. There'll be another statement this afternoon.
Sally.
They woke you. I'll have the police move.
No. No, don't go just yet. Am I all right?
Mending.
Is it serious?
No. Couple days rest, you'll be fine.
Oh, God. How could this have happened?
I don't know.
So, what are the papers calling it? The proverbial flesh wound?
They're calling you a hero.
Are they?
How do you know it was Peterson?
Our agent's got a positive ID. 2 secretaries passed him in the hall near the stairway to the roof.
The FBI has been wrong before.
Don't play dumb. He was CIA for 8 years. He's your man. That's the end of it.
He was ours. In 76, he went freelance. Why? Drugs, money. Who knows why these guys do what they do?
Conscience?
In the case of Peterson, you needn't worry about conscience. He's a mindless, flawless, cold-blooded killer.
Who's he working for? Where is he?
We'll find him.
Do we want to find him?
Speaking for the CIA, we don't care if we never see him again.
Just a minute here. An ally of the American government has been shot dead on the steps of our Capitol. You're saying you don't want to find his killer?
Nobody said we didn't want to find the killer, Henry. I'm just wondering how our Latin American allies will take the news that a Contra hero was murdered by a former member of our CIA.
Now listen to me. There has to be an FBI investigation or there's going to be a congressional circus that'll make the Iran-Contra hearings look like a kangaroo court.
There are investigations, and there are investigations.
I can't believe this. Damn it, we're talking about cold-blooded murder.
Yes, Catherine.
Flaherty's here, and the vice president's on watch.
Put the vice president on hold. Send Flaherty in.
Fallon is going through the roof. There's no question about it, Mr. President. He can make you a winner. Excuse me, gentlemen.
88 awareness. That's unheard of.
Catherine, tell the vice president I'll call him back. Thank you, gentlemen.
What do you think?
He'll play ball.
That's cheating.
You betcha, but you're buying.
Okay. One round, I'm back on duty.
Uh-oh, Chicky, the cops.
Hi, boss.
Your shift don't break till 5:30.
We had an early lunch.
Mancuso, you've been out to lunch since 79. Why don't you give the Bureau a break and take your pension?
Got 4 months to go before 55 and out. Then I'm history. Till then, why don't you go back sucking eggs?
I'd love to bust your pension for insubordination.
I didn't hear anything.
You watch your step, Ross. You got a long way to go till you cash in. Till then, your butt is mine.
Hey, Scotty, read my lips.
You two skip the shower, see the man on the 6th floor.
Oh, the director. Sure.
It's the Martinez assassination. Hey, read my lips, Flatfoot.
Oh, it's about time. You two look like a couple of clowns.
Yes, sir.
Don't sit on that. You'll ruin the leather.
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir.
Mancuso, I'm assigning you agent in charge of the Martinez investigation. Ross here will be your backup.
Yeah, well, I'm out of here in a couple of months.
I understand that. When you retire, we'll assign another senior agent if the case is still open.
If?
You're to keep this investigation strictly confidential in the interests of national security. Just do your best, that's all. I said that's all.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
We got the Martinez investigation.
It's a setup.
Huh?
It's a setup.
You see the polls. There's nothing more to be said. Eastman has to go.
Who do we have to take his place?
Fallon. We have Fallon. Thank God we do.
Charlie, why are you so high on Fallon? We don't know anything about him.
For goodness sake, Sam, look at the coverage he's gotten. He's television's golden boy.
You think a man should be vice president because he looks good on television?
But the fact is, he does look good on television, and the convention is televised. I say let Fallon make the keynote speech, then let the public and the delegates decide.
No. Sorry, gentlemen.
I am not quite ready to let television shape the government of this country.
Sam, wake up and smell the coffee. They've been doing that since Kennedy. Your ideas of governing are a little out of date, Sam. Look at the polls. People are tired of hearing that the federal deficit's mortgaging their children's birthright, that all roads to nuclear disarmament begin and end in paradox, that their sons might have to fight wars without honor, in jungles without name, in swampy little countries that produce nothing but bananas and domestic help. They won't listen to you anymore, Sam. But they will listen to Terry Fallon, because Terry Fallon has charisma. The fairy dust of television, Sam. Charisma. They don't have to know what Terry Fallon stands for because they can see he stands for everything that's right. Terry Fallon's box office, Sam, a hit, a star, an overnight sensation. Well, hell, haven't you read the papers? He's America's favorite son. And if the truth is that he's junk food or an evangelist who preys on smut, it doesn't matter because Terry Fallon has the one thing that the television public cannot live without: charisma. Terry Fallon is the flavor of the week, Sam. And if he's ours, we win.
You go along with this, Charlie?
Sam, I'm just a practical politician. You can't win with Eastman. Fallon is your only hope.
What kind of a hope is he? We're talking about electing a vice president of the United States. He may be sitting in that chair one day, gentlemen. Have you thought about that for one moment? Have you wondered what kind of president he'll make?
I'll leave that judgment to history.
Well, you can afford to, Lou. It's not your decision. It's mine.
Count them, 3 network special reports, every newspaper. New York, Chicago, L.A., Detroit. Did I tell you? Barbara Walters called for an interview. Terry, you're a household word. Well, can't you even smile?
And just forget that Octavio Martinez lived and died.
Yes? It's the White House.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Brenner. No, I'll be all right, thank you. Well, I'd be glad to see him. Fine.
Well?
He's sending someone to see me. And I gather it's not a social call.
All right!
And in all respects, a very elegant shoe.
Elegant?
How so? Well, from the markings on the shell casings, we know that the rifle was a Heckler & Koch G3. See the horizontal striations?
Yeah. What kind of a weapon is that?
Major League. Automatic, fires 10 rounds a second.
Whose issue?
Nobody's. It's for specialists.
Specialists?
NATO snipers. Fires a high-velocity slug. An experienced shooter can hold on the trigger and put the whole burst in the black.
What kind of a slug did you say?
You name it. Soft point, hollow, flat nose, Teflon, full steel jacket, depending on how your target is protected and how hard you want it to die.
How hard did Martinez die?
Well, the first was enough to do the job. The rest of the clip was extreme prejudice. This load is called Turid. Mushrooms to 4 diameters on impact. It cuts a tiny little entry wound, and then it rips the guts to shreds. Fallon doesn't know how lucky he is. Here's the brass. Got a few more things to show you in serology, if it's not too much trouble.
Hey, these have been used before.
Pro hitters load their own. All the casings are reloads.
This one didn't match. It's black.
Same caliber, mixed brass. You see that a lot with home loads.
What else, Doc? Huh? What else?
Well, I performed an autopsy on Martinez. You want to hear it?
No, save it. Somebody shot him. He died.
Yeah, well, Martinez was going to die anyhow.
How do you mean?
We ran a DNA probe on him. Colonel Martinez had AIDS.
Shooting up dope, huh?
Well, there are no needle tracks on his body, and his GCMS was clean. No, he was no druggie.
But maybe it was a swish. Lots of freeholders. Swish.
Colonel Martinez was a married man. He had 5 children.
So he was AC-doocy.
He was also a devout Catholic and a daily communicant.
Come on, Doc. A lot of old altar boys play doctor where they shouldn't.
Hey, man, Kusa, you want to know something? You don't care? I don't care. Come on,
Wait,
let's get out
wait
of
a
here.
minute. What are you getting at, Doc?
All right, Monday, Martinez goes to Walter Reed Hospital for a physical. They give him the whole executive workup. He gets X-ray, urine, Chem 20, CBC, malaria smear, ova and parasites, HIV antibodies, everything. And then yesterday, some shooter blows him to Kingdom Come.
So?
Monday, he wasn't AIDS positive. Wednesday, he was. There's only one explanation.
Yeah?
Somebody at Walter Reed juiced him with infected blood.
Cute.
Senator Biden or Congressman Barton?
You're tired.
Not really.
Here. Come here. How would you like to slip out and smuggle us up a couple ice cream sundaes?
I would, but they've got guards at the door.
You know what I would like more than anything else in the whole world?
What?
A shave.
You look just right.
It's Speaker McDonald.
Terry, how are you? Fine, sir. Fine. Forgive me for not getting up. Sally, get the speaker a chair.
No, I'm fine, thanks. Are you in any pain?
No, not really.
Can we speak privately?
Sally?
Thank you, Sally.
Can you believe it? McDonald himself? Come on, let's get you some coffee. How long since you slept?
Oh, I don't know, 36 hours?
We'll check in the Mayflower, take a nap?
Maybe when this all settles down.
Believe me, this ain't gonna settle down for 5 years.
Sally,
what's McDonald doing here? Wants to have no
You think the president's gonna ask Terry to be his running mate?
Sally, let's stop and think it through. The president's behind in the polls. He's in trouble in the cities. He's got a record on welfare that's criminal. The media thinks he's a doddering old fool. They may be right. Terry's young. He's quotable. Cameras love him. On television, he looks like Rambo in pinstripes. Believe me, as far as Baker's concerned, Terry was born to run. All of which puts us on the ground floor for 4 amazing years, after which... For Pete's sake, Sally, I'm telling you, Terry's going to be vice president. You look like you're falling asleep.
199, please.
So that's the lay of it, Terry. That's what the White House is thinking. Of course, the president's made no decision, and the party needs to know which way you're leaning.
What do you think, Charlie?
I believe a man who's called by his country must serve his country, but not if he knows his life's in danger.
Do you think that my life is in danger?
Terry, everyone in public life's a target. You've had one close call already. No one will blame you if you don't want to go on.
Tell the president that I'll think on it.
Now, there's one more thing I have to ask. Is there any background we should know about? Anything about you that might come out?
Harriet, you know about my wife.
Yes, poor soul. Nothing more?
No, absolutely nothing.
Good luck, son.
What about Vice President Eastman?
Yes, well, Dan Eastman served his party for 25 years. If he has to now, he'll serve his party by stepping aside.
How would he feel? How would he take it?
Not well.
Good news is your scores haven't budged. Most people know Dan Eastman's vice president of the United States, and most people rate your performance good to excellent. Now, here's the problem. A Baker Eastman, take it 47%. Loser. A Baker Fallon, take it 53%. Winner.
I can read, damn it.
Do you actually think the president would dump?
He sent McDonald to see Fallon. What do you think they talked about? The weather? We've got to break him. Get Niles working on his voting record. Have Davis check.
Forget that. The convention starts in 7 days, and he can't be taken on his voting record.
What are you saying?
You're just not competing with the man. It's television. It's the polls.
But you just said Baker and I can't win.
You can't. You just have to prove that Baker Fallon can't win either.
And how do I do that, smartass?
You get something on Fallon. Something sleazy. Something we can feed to the evening news. It's his bedroom record, not his voting record we go after, Dan.
Listen to me, you little bastard. We're not playing their dirty backroom games.
No, sir.
Do you think the president's going to sign it? Well, maybe I can work it out. Gentlemen?
There's a couple other
Excuse me. See a minute, Lou?
General?
Where are we with the FBI?
Taken care of.
And the autopsy report?
Altered for humanitarian reasons.
Good. Good. Now, all you have to do to elect Fallon vice president is kill Peterson.
What do you mean, kill Peterson?
Lou, who do you think hired Peterson?
What are you talking about? He's a hitman for the Nicaraguan Marxists. Ortega hired him to kill Martinez.
What makes you so sure?
Don't be ridiculous.
Paging Senator Kennedy. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Do you honestly believe the Nicaraguan government sent Peterson to shoot Martinez?
Of course I do, damn it. He's the perfect assassin. He's American, was CIA. Martinez visits the United States, and Peterson assassinates him on the steps of the Capitol, 2,000 miles from Nicaragua. Ortega and the communists are clean, and every newspaper in the Western Hemisphere vilifies the CIA for a change.
But why would Ortega want Martinez dead?
Don't be absurd. He thinks that killing Martinez will cripple the Contras.
Will it?
Of course not. Don't be a fool.
From what you know about Ortega, would you say he's a fool?
He's a shrewd little rat. What are you talking about?
Lou, there are two problems with your theory. First, Ortega knows killing Martinez won't cripple the Contras. And whatever the press may believe, Peterson isn't our man. We know it, and Ortega knows we know it.
Are you trying to tell me Ortega didn't hire Peterson?
Well, he hired him all right. But Martinez wasn't his target.
Well, if Martinez wasn't the target, who the hell was?
Fallon. Well, I've stayed the polite half hour. Come on, Lou, I'll give you a ride back to the office.
You don't seriously believe Fallon was Peterson's target?
Lou, you don't know your Sherlock Holmes. Once you eliminate the impossible, what remains is a solution, no matter how improbable it may seem. Fallon's a big mouth when it comes to Central America. Ever since he hit the Senate, he shouted and fought to get money and arms flowing to the Contras again. In the long run, Fallon's more dangerous to Ortega than Martinez ever was.
Suppose you're right. You think Peterson will try to hit Fallon again?
He's a paid killer, Lou. And they only pay for results.
We can't lose Fallon. We can't.
No, of course not. But you know, Lou, there's no such thing as perfect security.
Is Ortega smart enough to know that Fallon's on his way to becoming vice president?
Don't you think he reads the papers? If he's out to silence Fallon, he knows he can't afford to miss again.
So what the hell do we do?
Only one thing we can do. Step up the war. Show Ortega that Fallon's not his only enemy. Show him that he can't change the foreign policy of the United States by killing one senator.
All right. Ortega wants to play dirty. We'll play dirty.
That'll take money, Lou. Money that Congress won't give us.
You'll get it.
How?
Private sources. Don't worry about it, Bill. We got it for you before. You'll get it again.
You really want 4 more years and they're that bad?
No. Worse.
What do you think?
I think it stinks.
Somebody dosed him with AIDS and Peterson shot him. 1 victim, 2 murders. That's a first.
Yeah, and the big boys are doing it too. Guy in O'Brien's office, Brenner. He's from the White House.
Well, which way do we go?
Maybe both, maybe neither.
What do you mean, neither?
Clerical work, go through the motions, that's all they want.
Come on.
Use your head. A green kid and a lame duck on a hit like this, if they really wanted it busted, they'd assign a whole division.
I don't care. I want to try to break it.
Yeah, sure you do. The only trouble is there are 2 horror shows out there. And I got a bad feeling that one of them knows we're coming. You know, kid, if the government worked the way it looked, it could be a great country.
You will have it all, just as I promised. And no one will deny you.
You up?
Yeah, I'm here. Chris?
You're gonna love this. Ben Wyckoff. Can you believe it?
The one who works for Eastman?
You're right, I don't believe it. Snoring away upstairs. Quite a pretty picture.
But he always came on so straight.
Oh, well, darling, you simply don't understand these things. Maybe I just bring out the beast in him. I can be such a queen.
Chris.
3 guesses what he wanted to talk about. Your first 2 don't count.
Terry?
Terry, only Terry. How he admires him, how he respects him, how much he'd love to be part of the team when Terry's vice president.
Chris, you didn't say anything, did you?
Really, Sally, don't you think I know when I'm being made? Now, hear this. Wyckoff has it on authority that Terry is brain damaged from loss of blood, incapacitated, a vegetable.
Brain damaged? That's ridiculous.
Maybe, but that's what the town will be chewing with their bacon and eggs this morning. Remember, this is Foggy Bottom.
Who would spread a vicious rumor like that?
Like I said, he's snoring away upstairs. What's the plan? Bedside press conference?
No chance. We've got to get out of the sick room before we get in front of the cameras. How soon can you be here?
Oh, honey, I was just going upstairs for a daybreaker.
20 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Stevie, it's Sally Crane on line 1.
One more time. Email open line, audio 3. Okay, that's it.
Chandler.
Stevie, hi, it's Sally.
Listen, I'm coming down on the shuttle this morning. You want to get a ride?
Maybe. Call me when you land.
Don't forget, you still owe me that exclusive with Fallon.
Stevie, I can't.
Hey, Sal, we agreed. I covered that welcome live. The other networks had to follow suit. You had everybody there from the BBC to Pravda. Now, I earned that exclusive, and I want it.
Stevie, Terry's too hot. The other networks would cut my throat.
Okay, what's this I hear about brain damage?
Red herring.
Show me.
We're rolling out at 7:30.
Who else are you calling?
Nobody.
I'll be there.
Terry? Terry? Wake up. Terry.
Hi.
Hi. We have to move to the house.
What?
I'm sorry, we have to. Can you read this?
Yeah.
Learn it.
Okay.
Why don't you try talking
Morning,
to her?
General.
She's absolutely adamant about it. There she is now. Miss Crane.
Morning,
Miss
sir.
Crane. It is absolutely idiotic to move the senator today.
General, is the senator in any danger?
No, but he should stay at least a week for observation.
I'm sorry, General. We don't have a week. We have a convention in 6 days, you know.
Miss Crane, I'm Agent Browning. I'm supervisor for executive protection.
I have to insist that the
Please
senator...
don't.
The hospital is a secure environment. The senator's home is not.
Since when was the senator's home considered a security risk?
The senator has been placed under Secret Service protection. His home has not been surveyed for...
Placed under protection by whom?
The White House.
7:30 on the dot.
Yes, ma'am.
Agent, we really do need a moment for the press.
Miss Crane, if you interfere with the Secret Service, you're subject to arrest and detention till all possible danger to the senator is past.
You know, I've never been arrested on network television before. Excuse me. The senator will make a brief statement. I'm sorry, no questions today. I'm sure you understand. Stay right here. All right, bring the senator out.
All right, we got an all clear. Let's go.
How are you feeling?
All right, you got 1 minute. One.
Thank you.
Today, all Americans mourn the death of Octavio Martinez. He was a patriot and a hero to free people everywhere. I speak now to his brothers in arms in the jungle. Estará vengada su muerte. His murder will be avenged. And to all of you who have expressed so much caring for my pain, I thank you. And God bless you. This wound is nothing. It's an honor to bear.
Senator, what about the investigation? Senator, what's next for you?
I'm going to the convention. How about you?
Senator Fallon will be recuperating for the next few days. He will attend the presidential nominating convention as co-chairman of the Texas delegation. Thank you.
One more question, Sally. Sally, what about the investigation, Sally? Sally, one more question.
Thanks, I owe you. And I don't forget.
Neither do I.
Sally, would you give us any additional information?
Somebody find out what he's going to say. Somebody find out where he's going.
Let's roll it, Sally.
I sure hope Fallon skipped the blood test. Oh, crying out loud, Nick. Come on, let's get this over with.
Here's the workup on Colonel Martinez.
Including the names of the doctors who conducted the test?
It's all in there.
The blood tests, for
On
example.
page, that's the one.
It's Captain Beckwith. He drew the blood and ran the tests.
Why is it all you people keep asking the same inane questions? Thank you, General.
I don't care how nicely you phrase it, as long as it tells our Korean friends that no tariffs means no tariffs. You understand? Did you see the news this morning?
No.
Moron. They beat you to the punch. Brain damage. What a crock. I told you no games. I told you to get into his voting record.
You did. There's nothing there.
So what do? You put out word that Fallon's a vegetable. You're a fool.
I didn't do it.
You're a liar, too.
Sure I am. Mind if I have a drink?
For God's sake, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
I said, do you mind?
Do what the hell you please.
Let me tell you about our friend, Senator Fallon. Success. Yesterday, I pulled in all the sources. I squeezed every contact. I called all the markers, and you know what I found out about Fallon?
What?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
Make your point.
The guy taught history at Wright. 10 years ago, he was a history instructor at some jerkwater school in Houston, Texas, running for the city council. Now he's in the Senate. And unless we're careful, he's going to be the vice president. And you and I will be on our way back to South Philly.
What are you talking about? Makes sense.
Telling you a fairy tale. Fairy tales never happened. Listen to me, Dan. I'm telling you, there is nothing to find. This guy is Mr. Clean. You know who put him in the Senate?
Who?
Nobody. His congressional district was a barrio.
And when he announced for the Senate, no special interest was going to give him any money, even if he wanted it.
So he campaigned. He won his seat fair and square. What's so funny? Damn it, I said, what's so funny?
You are. You really believe in the American dream.
Get the hell out of here.
It's sex, Dan.
What?
Fallon's wife has been in a psychiatric asylum since 1977. Who's he been bopping in the meantime?
Who?
Nobody.
What about what's her name, the press girl?
No, I got it straight from that little creep Van Allen. They're all business. No, with this guy, it's gonna be something real dark, real secret, and real ugly. So if you have no objections, I think I'll find out what that is.
I'm due at the Capitol in 15 minutes.
Thanks for the drink.
Okay, 3904, 3906. There it is, 3908, the white one. Hey, you passed it.
See the front door?
What about it?
It was open. Uh-oh.
Trouble. Damn it. What is it, Nick? Cover.
You cover.
Thought I told you never to volunteer.
Thought I told you I live for adventure.
Captain Arnold Beckwith, hematologist.
Is he dead?
Does the Pope wear a beanie? In the den. I guess his dog didn't like him.
Why?
Peed all over his corpse. College boys.
Oh, what the hell happened here?
Shooter came in the front door, walked to the den, says, "Hiya, Doc." Knifed him. Maid came running. Shooter stepped into the hall, popped her right in the eye. Nice shot. About to get good help these days. The wife tried to run out the back door. Huh? Wow. Very neat. Very pro. Minestrone. My favorite. I bet it's good, too.
Who the hell would do a thing like this?
Either you bastards move, you're dead. Guess what? We surrender.
smoke.
How the hell can you eat? It was a slaughterhouse.
Sure was.
Why did they arrest us? They saw our IDs.
Somebody called and ratted that we shot 3 people.
Who?
The same guy who shot the 3 people. Yeah.
When do we get out of here?
Do we need that?
You really don't care if we break this thing, do you?
Now, leave it alone, will you?
You didn't want to go in that house.
Let it go.
You didn't want to go inside. Look, I got eyes. I saw it.
All right, maybe I was scared.
You know, Nick, that's a bunch of crap. You weren't scared. You didn't blink an eye the whole time. Somebody got to that general at the hospital before us, didn't they? Somebody else got Beckwith's name and address. Somebody's trying to cover this up, and they're a half a jump ahead of us. Who is it, Nick? I think you know.
I don't know. If you got any sense, you don't want to know either.
Well, if you thought somebody was laying for us in the house, why the hell did you call for backup?
Hey, will you guys shut up?
You think our own guys had it?
I don't know. Either way, we got to have a game plan.
In here. Thanks.
Hey!
That them?
George, Special Agent Bartlett is screening the traffic in front of the house. Excellent.
So, the upstairs front bedroom and sitting room are off limits until the windows can be replaced with bulletproof glass. Ditto the front dining room, ditto the foyer. Your 24-hour protection staff will use the kitchen and the butler's pantry as their headquarters, and we'll set up our switchboard in there. If you break these rules, you may imperil your life. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good. Thank you, Senator, and good day.
You going?
Thought you were going to sleep.
Oh.
Oh, Terry, are you okay?
Yeah. I could have been killed up there. Just a few inches to the left, I could be as dead as Martinez.
There's no need to be afraid now. After the convention, we'll get away for a while. We'll go to Padre Island.
How? How can we do that? Don't you see that everything's changed, Sally? From now on, wherever I go, there'll be Secret Service men, reporters, people with cameras. No. It's all changed.
What are you trying to say?
Oops, sorry. Sally, Stevie Chandler's on the phone. She says if you don't take the call, she'll light her hair on fire. I don't know.
Nothing's changed. Nothing.
He's never going to marry you.
Enough, Stevie.
Sally, this is Stevie Chandler here. The 34C that went through Hell Week with you.
34B.
Aren't there any secrets in this town? Listen, honey. His wife has been in an asylum for 12 years. If he were going to divorce her, he would have done it. Now, I hear that Baker's going to dump Eastman and he's going to put Terry on his ticket.
Stevie, that's just talk.
Yeah. But in Washington, just talk has a way of turning into major American history. And it's been a long time since a sitting vice president divorced his wife. Especially a helpless invalid wife. You know what I'd do if I were you? I'd find myself some nice young guy who isn't in television or in politics. Hell, it might be fun to find one who isn't even old enough to vote yet.
I've got some shopping to do.
Sally, wait a minute. Hold on. Would you guys excuse us, please? Look, I'm just trying to get you to think about yourself for a moment.
That's why you flew down here. Sisterly concern.
Hey, when did the word friendship go out of our vocabulary?
I'm sorry. Last few days.
Yeah, I know.
Stevie, tell me something. Have I changed since journalism school?
We've all changed, babe. You can't beat gravity.
You know what I mean.
You mean if you turn into a shrewd, ruthless bitch, she'll stop at nothing to get what she wants, doesn't care who she hurts, just as long as she can win?
Sally, come on, we all are. Don't you read Cosmo?
Be serious.
Okay, I'll be serious. You've been having a marathon love affair with a married man. Now, that's your business. But that man is about to be nominated for vice president, and that makes it everybody's business. The scandal sheets get a load of that, and they're going to tear you to bits.
Is that your sweet way of telling me you're going to break the story?
Me? Come on, don't be silly. I just came down here to warn you, honey. After what happened to Gary Hart, don't you think that Terry Fallon knows what a bedroom scandal could do to him? The smart play would be to cut you loose. Sally. Sally. Honey, this guy's gonna break your heart.
No, he won't.
Collared by the Alexandria police. Be filling out criminal reports till Christmas.
Wasn't I, dear?
I don't see nothing about AIDS.
It's in there, I read it.
Read it. Show me.
I don't get it. Call the doc, he'll tell you.
Which doc?
Summers, forensics, Four Eyes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Although, maybe he was talking about hearing aids.
Hearing aids?
Yeah. You get it from listening to blowholes.
Get the hell out of here.
What'd you do that for?
Did nothing.
You set up Summers. You just fed him Scott.
Gotta find out what's on Scott's on.
What about Summers?
Oh, life's a bitch.
Look, Nick, I'm getting real tired of you.
No, you look, kid. In '53, they had me catching commies for McCarthy. Now, McCarthy's a dirty word. In '60, they had me wiretapping a black preacher in Alabama. Now, his birthday is a national holiday. 71, I'm chasing COs into Canada. Then Carter gives them amnesty at a party at Kennedy Center. You've got some real simple ideas about right and wrong, kid. But this is Washington. And in Washington, they play a nasty little shell game with right and wrong. One year right is right, the next year right is wrong. And some years it's high crimes and misdemeanors. And there's one thing you can count on, that every time some big shot waves a flag, you got the cruddy end of the pole. So you just keep your head down, don't get ambitious, and maybe we're going to slide through this thing without getting hurt.
You don't believe in anything, do you?
Lots of things, kid. I believe in lots of things. But not people. No heroes, kid. Only sandwiches.
No, easy on the Krognac. Yeah, thanks. I gotta ease up on spices. It burns me at both ends.
Ulcers, huh?
Hemorrhoids. The company's got so many of us old-timers strapped to desks. We've got Blue Cross for piles.
Why don't you get out?
62 in February, Nick. Then I'm a memory. If I cut out now, they may think I'm going freelance. You know how the company feels about guys who go into business for themselves?
Like Peterson.
Yeah. Like Peterson.
Harry, I got trouble.
How come?
I gotta find Peterson.
Well, you got trouble.
You know where to look?
No, and I don't want to know.
Can you get me a picture, the service record?
Is this an official request?
No.
All right. I'll see what I can do for old time's sake, okay?
Thanks.
Hey, Nick?
Yeah.
He's a real mean SOB. You're gonna have to kill him.
Yeah. I seen his work.
Taxi! Taxi!
Sally? Sally Crane?
Yes?
Hey, it's Steve. Steve Thomas from Emory. Dooley's Frolics, 1972. Your girlfriend Aggie was dating Jerry Kramer.
Oh, God, Aggie, I haven't thought of her in 100 years.
Got time for lunch?
Well, no, actually.
Gotta eat sometime.
Sure, why not?
Oh, my car's right down here. To a quick lunch.
You know you're a devil. Anyone I know comes in and sees me like this, I'll die.
Don't be silly. Brings out the little girl in you.
You must be a salesman.
I'm in real estate, actually, in Golden, Colorado.
Near the university.
Not far, yeah. Oh, what about you? What happened to the girl I met at Dooley's Frolics about 1,000 years ago?
Well, I wandered around for a long time before I found myself. Peace Corps, a couple weekly papers, the Houston Post, and up here to Washington in politics.
I'm impressed.
Now I work for Senator Fallon.
Fallon? My God, that was you up there with him when that Contra guy was assassinated.
Sorry, do you mind if we don't talk about that?
Well, sure. I understand. Wow. Well, with a career like that, how'd you ever find time to get married?
I'm not married.
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't. Listen, why don't you play hooky this afternoon? Show me around town. I've never been to Washington.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, why not? I could use the day off.
To a day off.
Hey, what you working on now, Nick? Something big?
Oh, yeah. Real important assignment.
Oh, no kidding. Let me hear.
Somebody's been stealing quarters out of the condom machine in the president's bathroom.
Nah, you don't mean that. Really? The president's own bathroom? Some people.
Somebody from the Dark draft, please.
What'd you find out?
Doc Summers went on vacation. Leave, actually. It's kind of sudden.
I'll bet he'll be going 4 or 5 months.
Something like that.
Which means our boss ain't on the side of the angels.
Who do we see about that?
Nobody.
Are they going to kill us?
Only if we poke too deep. They want 4 months of clerical work, then I'll be here. On the beach, you'll be transferred. Trail will be as cold as Kelsey's coconuts. Meanwhile, they're telling us to go the other way.
Which way?
After the guy who shot Martinez.
Who's telling us?
Is that a serious question?
Yes.
Yale. The same people who brought you tax loopholes, selective service, the rich, the privileged, the powers that be.
It's this blue one right here.
There? Okay.
Oh, nothing like a convertible for making a girl look her best.
You look great.
You know, I've lived here 10 years and I'd never been to Mount Vernon.
Well, what about Annapolis tomorrow?
I wish I could. But I am a working woman.
Are you sure you don't want to invite me in now for a nightcap?
Maybe another time.
I'll only be in Washington 5 days and nights.
I'll bear that in mind. Anyway, thanks. It was a rough week. I needed an afternoon off.
Joe.
Who the hell are you?
Mancuso, FBI.
What's your office address?
1900 Half Street.
How many floors in the building?
18 plus 3 in the basement.
Since when did the FBI go back to breaking and entering?
Last guy I wanted to talk to about Martinez. Somebody killed him and his whole family.
All right. What do you want?
No, not here. The walls have ears. Come on, let's go sightseeing. Come on. How come Fallon loves greases so much? What?
I don't like your choice of words, Mr. Mancuso.
Have it your own way.
The senator believes we can only have peace in this hemisphere if the United States supports popular revolution.
Okay, I got it. He's, what do you call it, a liberal. Then how come he's the best friend of the Contras?
What are your politics, Mr. Mancuso?
Me? I haven't voted since Truman went back to independence.
All right. What is it you're after?
A lead.
And if I had a lead to give you, what then? What do? Write a report and then sit around for a week until someone with a little authority finds the time to read it?
You give me a lead and I follow it up. That's how it goes.
If you don't mind, I'd rather speak with the agent in charge.
I am the agent in charge. Look, sis, what's your beef?
The most important political crime of the decade, and they put you in charge of finding the killer? Oh. Excuse me, I knew justice was blind. I didn't know she was stupid.
You having a good time?
All right. You want a lead? I may have one for you. A man bumped into me on the street today. Claimed he knew me in college. He was very friendly. He said he lived in Golden, Colorado, near the university.
So?
There's no university in Golden. It's in Boulder. Could be something, could be nothing. Maybe just an enterprising reporter trying to get a little pillow talk on Senator Fallon.
Is there pillow talk about him?
No.
You boffing him?
You listen to me, you
All right, you're boffing him. I don't give a damn.
What the?
All right, you love him.
What the hell do you care?
Like I said, baby, I don't.
His name is Steve Thomas. He's staying at the old Mayfair Hotel.
All that. Come on, let's make a phone call. You took your time. Hey, it was asleep. This is Ross. He works with me. Sally Kane.
Crane.
Whatever. Hi.
There he is.
Did they make us?
No.
All right. You go in there. Keep them hot and bothered.
I can't go in there dressed like this.
Women. Hey, you gotta go in there. Keep them on the hook. Give us time to search.
Search what?
His room. What do you think, his underwear?
Now, wait a minute. I said I'd point him out. I didn't.
Lady, you want to find the guy who iced Martinez or not?
You don't have a warrant.
You don't need a warrant unless you get caught.
All right. 15 minutes, and if he lays a hand on me, I'm out of here.
Okay. I'll search. You watch.
I'll search. I'll meet her.
7:14. One ring, you're out of there.
Got it.
Excuse me, young lady. Are you a guest of this hotel?
No. There he is.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Oh, you changed your mind.
Well, I had an errand, took me right past the door, so thought I'd see if you were up.
My lucky night. Drink?
Why not?
Waiter? Must be tough being a beautiful single woman in Washington.
I don't know.
Guess everyone you meet tries to hit on you.
Not really.
Must be hard to find someone you really care about. Someone who really cares about you.
That's true everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. No friends like the old friends, eh?
Right.
Hey, Bottoms up.
I'm gonna have to make this my last. I've work tomorrow.
Hey, I thought we were just getting started. Here's the long nights. Sally, let's say we have these sent upstairs. Talk a little while in my room, eh?
I don't think so.
Come on, half an hour. Looking at her.
I said I have to go.
Well, it's only 11:30. You can stay till midnight, can't you?
It's late, Steve.
What the hell did you come down here for?
I told you I had
Dressed
an
out
errand.
of
I
bed
didn't
all the
know
way
you
down
were
here
dead.
for what? Damn you. Walk, let me tell you.
Transportation to the Kennedy Center tonight. Yes,
We're in the house, boys.
Right around the corner, sir.
Hi, Judy, I'm
Right,
here.
that's a full-size sedan.
Oh,
damn it. I got a coupon.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Go home. Forget you were here.
Why didn't you call? You said you were gonna call.
What a mess. What the hell happened?
He almost killed me. I turned around, he had a gun.
What are you, copping a plea? Self-defense?
Where the hell were you?
I had to take the local. Wallet. See the wallet?
What do you think you're doing?
We gotta find out who this guy is. Leave a robbery for the DC cops.
Forget it. Forget it, Nick.
Huh?
I'll tell you who he was. Look at this.
Secret Service.
Now will you tell me what the hell's going on?
Oh, my God. Shut the door. Shut the damn door. I told you to go home. Forget you were here.
You killed him.
You didn't give us a selection. Get her out of here.
Come on, we'll take you down to the bar.
No, not the bar. Go down to the garage. In the basement. You wait for me there. Tell her to keep her mouth shut. Come on, get out of here.
Wait a second, it's not what you think. Anyway, look, you pulled a gun, it went off. There's nothing I can do about it. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. He was Secret Service.
What?
You won't tell Terry, will you?
Okay, the place is clean. No prints, no trace, no nothing. Now, lady, you go home, you say your prayers. You go to bed. When you wake up tomorrow, you forget you even met us or saw the inside of this hotel.
And let myself become an accessory to your murder?
You're already an accessory. You finessed the guy into the bar. You knew we were going to search. You knew we didn't have a warrant. How do you think it's going to sound to the cops, let alone the newspapers?
Nick, he's up.
This is a game that you don't understand. This is a game where the losers die, so you got to keep your mouth shut.
Hey!
What?
I never realized what a bastard you are until right now.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to come out of this alive.
All right, you better do as he says.
You better go up the driveway. Go on. Remember, lady, you're just as guilty as we are. Mind telling me what you're doing?
I'm looking for answers. Why was the 7 shell painted black?
Equal opportunity employment. You're wasting your time. There are no answers.
We tried doing it your way last night.
Hey, the guy was too smart for his own good. Sue me.
Anything in the paper?
Nothing. The guy never lived. He never died. What about the girl?
Scared to death. Afraid her boss would find out.
Don't get teary over that one. There's more to her than meets the eye. What do you say, Cookie? How's your chops?
You'd pay to know.
Oh, would I ever? Oh.
Chew on that, big mouth.
I love the jugs on that, honey.
You're a class act, Nick.
Oh.
Looks like your friend at the CIA came through.
Interagency cooperation. Beautiful. This is United States Marines, August 1966. CIA recruitment, March 1969. Did a lot of mean years. Chile, Paraguay, Honduras.
Wonder what he did there.
Says here, security and interrogation.
Interrogation?
Torture, dumbbell. 72, he fell off the world. Freelance.
For who?
Doesn't say.
How does an American kid like this turn into a torturer and an assassin?
School. Pistol shot expert. Rifle and carbine shot advanced expert. Second in his class. High explosives, demolition, karate. Uncle Sam taught this guy everything he needed to know.
How are we supposed to take a guy like that?
You just tell you the rap sheet and you want to take this guy in? You don't get the joke, Ross. We're supposed to crack this case. We're supposed to do a little clerical work and let the politicians do whatever the hell they're going to do.
That's your take, Nick. Nobody told me to stick my thumb up my nose and whistle.
Why isn't this picture on every post office wall in the country? Why do the newspapers say assassin or assassins unknown?
I don't care. I want to find whoever had Martinez juiced with AIDS. Then I'm going to find out why Peterson shot him.
There are only two reasons. Somebody paid him or somebody ordered him.
What do you mean ordered? He's freelance. Murder for money. O'Brien got that straight from the director of the CIA.
Really?
Yeah, really, Nick. It's in the report. The president was in the room when he said it.
Yeah, and you're going to tell me that the CIA doesn't lie to the president, huh? Come on. We'll do it Fallon's at 8 o'clock.
Good morning.
Morning. May I come in?
Where were you last night?
Chandler was in town. We had dinner.
I called you at 11:30.
We were out late talking. Do we have to discuss this now?
How does that feel, Senator? Like I was kicked by a horse. In a few days, it'll feel like it was just a pony. I'll stop by tomorrow. Helen? I asked you where you
Terry,
were.
why are you...
I want to know.
Stop it. Terry, what's happening? All of a sudden, we're strangers.
I simply asked you where you were last night.
Like that? In front of other people? You're trying to humiliate me? Terry, what's happening to us?
Terry, 2 men from the FBI will be here. Hello, Sally. They'll be here around 8 o'clock, and then Senator Cranston and Bob Packwood are coming.
Is there anything else you need, Sally?
No.
Any messages?
Still nothing, sorry.
With just 5 days remaining before the nominating convention, press from all over America have gathered here in the swank Washington suburb of Chevy Chase, hoping for a glimpse of the recuperating Senator Fallon. Occupants of the other fashion
Chevy Chase, where's that?
press to drive are not, however,
I'll show you.
celebrity in stride.
Well, of course, we all wish the best for Senator Fallon. Right here. But these newspeople
Where's this Crescent Drive?
streets with their cars and their fans and their refuse and their gutter language. They have no respect for people's privacy and none whatsoever for private property. They ask the most inane questions and then they grant like children if you don't ask them.
Agents Mancuso and Ross?
Good morning, gentlemen. I see you've already met Chris. This is Sally Crane, my press liaison. We want to do everything we can to cooperate with you and your investigation. So how can we help you?
Senator, have you ever seen this man? We have reason to believe he may be the assassin.
No, never.
His name is Peterson. He used to be with the CIA. Martinez have any kind of a beef with the CIA?
Are you telling me that Colonel Martinez was assassinated by the CIA?
No. He's freelance now, anyway. He ain't elected. He's only a candidate.
Senator, did President Ortega want Martinez dead bad enough to risk direct American reprisals if the assassination were traced to him?
I don't know.
Who would know?
Ramirez?
Julio Ramirez. He was Minister of Defense before Ortega and the Sandinistas overthrew the Somoza government. He's the Contra's principal spokesman in exile. He arranged for Senator Fallon to make the welcoming speech for Colonel Martinez.
Where would we find him?
Since the killing, he's gone into hiding in Florida.
Do you know where he is?
No.
Yes. Miss Crane will take you to him.
There's so much to do here.
A great man has been killed, Sally. I want his killers brought to justice.
As you wish.
The president's in here, Mr. O'Brien.
Mr. President?
Henry? Come in.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
So, this is the place, huh?
This is the place. Any progress?
No.
The men that are working on this case, think they'll find anything?
It's unlikely.
Henry, is your oath of office sacred to you?
It is, yes.
Would you break that oath if I asked you to?
I hope you wouldn't ask me, Mr. President.
I won't. In fact, I want you to keep faith with it this week, no matter what happens. Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Well, then, why are there only 2 men assigned to the case? Henry?
It was an order.
Whose order?
Oh, yours, Mr. President.
Mine?
I got it straight from Mr. Brenner. Drop me off, and you go home and pack for Miami.
I'm going with her? Why me?
She don't like my vocabulary.
Who does?
Keep an eye on that cookie when you're down there. Smells like trouble to me.
Yeah, sure. Where to?
The airport. I gotta catch up on my reading.
What reading?
Fallon. He's too true to be good.
No heroes?
No heroes.
You know, there are days when you make me sick.
They speak French and Bantu. Which will it be? Oh, I'm afraid it will be Bantu, sir. It's that roots thing. It's very strong there now. Well, we'll have a little Bantu banter.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Ah, Dan, good morning.
Could I talk to you?
In a minute, Dan.
Mr. Ambassador, welcome to Washington. On behalf of the people of the United States.
Bienvenue à Washington, au nom des peuples des États-Unis.
Monsieur le Président, j'ai le grand plaisir de vous présenter la lettre de créance. En nom du Président et du peuple gabonais.
And the people of Gabon.
Thank you. I've been trying to reach you. You know what I want to see you about. Now, when can we talk?
Later, Dan.
May I present the Vice President of the United States? This is the Ambassador of
Des
Gabon.
États-Unis, Monsieur l'ambassadeur de Gabon.
Notre révérend président, son Excellence El Hadji Omar Bongo,
Reverend President El Hadji Omar
vous
Bongo.
adresse les félicitations.
You're not shutting me out. Keep your voice down.
Oh,
no, not you. Please, continue.
Oh, continue, s'il vous plaît.
Pour la generosity.
If you think you're going to replace me,
Great.
I'm doing nothing of the kind. Please, continue. Come to my office tomorrow and we'll talk.
Bien, d'accord.
The ambassador will come here tomorrow with pleasure.
Not him.
Oh, no, pas lui.
The hell I will. We'll talk about this today or never.
Please, don't
translate that.
Perhaps a picture or two with the Vice President.
Yes.
You're not getting away with this.
The press is here.
The hell with the press! You're not getting out of this campaign over my dead body. If I go down, you go with me.
Yes?
Baker and Eastman had a shouting match in front of a bunch of still photographers. Pictures are coming off the wire right now. Does the Fallon campaign care to comment?
No comment.
Background?
Boys will be boys.
If I didn't know you better, I'd swear you staged this. Talk to you later.
How important is it?
Could be the break we've been praying for.
How do we handle it?
No comment? Blackout? Same way we've been handling everything. You're recuperating above politics.
All right.
Terry, about this morning. What's the matter? Why can't we talk the way we used to?
Sally, if you're going downtown, come on.
Going downtown?
I'm just going down to the press club to get the scuttlebutt on the pictures. Terry, what's wrong?
Got a call from Amory today.
Arlen Amory at the Houston Post?
It seems that someone we know is on his way down there to look through their files on me.
Someone we know? Who?
Mancuso.
Sally, has Fallon seen the picture? What did he say about Eastman and the president?
No, sorry, no comment. No.
Has Baker called him yet?
Come on, Sally, give us
No, sorry, no comment.
Why would the FBI be checking up on Terry? He's got nothing to hide. Sally?
Sally, come on!
Sally, come on!
Sally? You have any idea?
No.
Hey, Tim.
Hey! Come on over. I won't be a minute.
Look, I didn't really come for a visit. I need some help.
All done. What can I do for you?
I need to ask you some questions about AIDS.
What?
Just a couple of hypothetical questions.
Hypothetical. Sure.
Guy gets a blood test. Guy's straight.
Yes, it's fine.
Guy's straight. 2 days after a clean blood test, he's got AIDS. How does that happen?
Can't. Not unless he had prior exposure through sex or IV drugs. And going positive between tests was a coincidence.
Forget sex and drugs. This was no coincidence.
And it's no hypothetical.
Yes, Tim, it's hypothetical. You understand?
I understand.
What's a DNA probe?
It's like a biological fingerprint. Your forensics guys use it in serology. All right, Dave, sit down. The usual AIDS test detects antibodies, but a DNA probe can pick up the virus itself if you go on looking for it. Even so,
The only way that anyone could go positive in 2 days is if they get shot up with a concentrated dose of the pure virus, and that certainly didn't happen. What makes you so sure? Hey, this is not the kind of thing you buy at the local drugstore. The only people with pure cultures are the labs working on a vaccine.
Which labs?
Around here? NIH.
Is it possible someone could have stolen the virus from there?
It would be easier to steal an atom bomb. There are more of them.
Well, listen, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
There could be one other place. Fort Miller. Headquarters of the Army Medical Research and Development Command. It's where the Army develops biological weapons.
Are you saying they could be developing AIDS as a weapon?
Hey, man, they're the Army. Developing weapons is what they do. But AIDS? No. The symptoms don't show up for months or years. It wouldn't make sense as a field weapon. Figure that the next war will last about 30 minutes.
What if they were developing it as a political weapon?
What does that mean?
What if they had some secret way of infecting people like Arafat or Castro or the Ayatollah, people they wanted out of the way?
Man, you're swimming in deep water. Okay, sure. As a political weapon, it's perfect. Impossible to trace. Symptoms don't show up for months.
How much of the virus would it take?
Just enough to wet the tip of a needle.
And if they were developing AIDS as a weapon, could a high-ranking officer order it used?
Only one officer could order it used.
Who?
The commander-in-chief, man. The President of the United States.